Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And we thank you for hanging with us because we want to make you feel good about where you live, right? And part of feeling good about where you live means, it's time to have people over.
Yeah.
I feel good. I can share it and show it off.
And that's the beauty of having a time where you can actually focus in on something that's going to not only attract you when you come back home from a long day of work, but also when people come over and they party and they're being entertained, they love what they're seeing.
So they're
inspired.
We're springing into style, right? Some ideas to kind of get into that patio outdoor entertaining. Step one, though, is really to kind of set the stage, to get your patio ready, which isn't as fun as the decorative part. But let's say that you have kind of dirty patio furniture.
That's been a constant source of, when the winter's over, you go outside and you look at the patio furniture. It's filthy. It's grimy.
I know.
Right?
I did this last weekend. It took a few hours, but why don't we talk about the value of vinegar? Vinegar is a great patio furniture cleaning tool, or just a little soap and water, liquid soap. But the idea is to really spray it down, hose it off, and then dry it off. And you might even want to use, if you have wood furniture, maybe some wood polish.
Yeah.
Teak polish.
Well, you can either use the garden hose with a spray attachment. They sell a lot of great cleaners for decking. And if you have wood furniture, Adirondack chairs, benches on your deck, these products are great. You just apply it with a scrub brush, and then you go ahead and hose it off. You don't want to use a pressure washer on decks because sometimes the tips are too extreme and they'll blast away the wood grain. So just a regular garden hose, or at most with a spray handle and nozzle. Use a natural bristle brush, agitate it, rinse it off, done.
And if you have dirt on a chair seat or things that just won't disappear, no matter what you do, hey, disguise it. You can get some really cute decorative seat cushions or maybe even an outdoor rug. There's a lot of outdoor rugs now. We have some on our deck that are made, they're washable. They're hosable. They're made out of this kind of a recycled plastic type of a material that it looks like an actual carpet. They come in really colorful designs. We got ours, I think it was at Cost Plus Imports. Relatively inexpensive. You put it out there, vibrant colors. You just hose it down.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's pet friendly. You know what I mean? And it looks great all the time. You don't have to worry about, oops, somebody spilled something, there was dirt, and now you can cover up that part of your deck that may not look good.
It's funny you should say that. We did the exact same thing in our outdoor area. We have a couch that had really vibrant orange fabric. It was that Sombrella stuff, and it really did not ultimately clean well.
Oh.
So we just wrapped it. We just wrapped it in a red, like a red outdoor fabric, right?
Clever.
And now it looks like a brand new cushion. It disguises exactly what you're talking about.
And it makes you want to sit out there and entertain. You're not embarrassed.
Also, let me mention.
Sure.
There's nothing worse than when the debris falls from the trees onto the outdoor furniture. So if you can get yourself an inexpensive blower, that really does help.
Well, you should see Eric with his blower. we have you in the video on the website, yourhomewizards.com, and it looks like you're going to take off as an astronaut.
Doesn't it? It's like a jetpack.
It is. It's a backpack. Yeah. And what do you do with that? You just blow the leaves around?
Yeah, you blow them around, and every day I go out my front door, and it is overkill. It's like, really, what are you doing?
It's your toy, is what it is.
But it's so much fun. And the kids are like, "Here's Dad with the backpack blower again." But it really does help, and outdoor entertaining is all about making that area look great, and one of the easiest ways to do it is to blow all the debris out, start clean and fresh. It looks like, the gardeners were just there for crying out loud.
Now, if you have mildew, let's say, trapped beneath planters and debris, it can promote that mold growth. So let's say if you have some beautiful container gardens, but now somehow there's a little bit of mold that's between the container and the deck, get a little bit of bleach, mix it a little bit, like 2 cups of bleach, and a little bit of laundry detergent, and then some water, some warm water, and you can put that in a mister bottle and really saturate those areas, let it soak for about 10 or 15 minutes, and now it's going to feel again like you've got a brand new canvas.
And that's great for the plastic chairs, plastic furniture that you buy at the big box stores. That seems inexpensive in the moment, but then when you get it, if you don't keep it clean, it really doesn't pay off. But that's a great technique. You just saturate it with the water system that you just talked about with a little white vinegar and water and some laundry detergent. Again, a natural bristle brush, scrub it a bit, hose it off, good to go.
Done. So now you've set the stage. Now you're ready to start decorating your area to entertain, right? And so since spring is here and the birds are singing and all this is going on, this is finally a time to really maybe freshen up your area. You talked about making your outdoor sofa look new, right? Why not bring some spring colors, some spring pillows or throw rugs or different accents to feel fresh?
And that's actually not a bad investment. A couple of bucks at the beginning of the season, some of those new pillows and the new fabric colors that come out every year, you know, you gussy them up and start over. If the stuff looks ratty and you don't pull it in, like my parents were really good about pulling everything off every time you use it, which to me is just not going to work because I just have the kids and it's crazy all the time.
Right.
But you can almost look at them as disposable pillows. You know, you can buy new stuff and throw them out there, and you get a nice new palette of color.
Or you can also get I love these zip only covers.
Yeah. That's a
IKEA
good
makes.
idea. Yeah.
And so you buy the pillow, but then you can just repurchase, the new covers, and you can put the fabric that has a zip
Sure.
and into the washing machine. And so now it gives a little bit more life as opposed to the pillow that's all sewn and it's sealed shut. And
That's
you can't
right.
put that in the washer as
Yeah,
well.
and so when you're buying them, you may want to make sure that they have the ability to have zipper
yeah.
covers that you can remove and wash.
And
right?
be thinking about some of the pick-me-up colors that are going to really make a statement. Like right now I have cobalt blue, white, and lime green. Some fun, fresh colors. You said you have kind of a reds and oranges.
Reds and oranges, yeah.
You can also think of like powder blues mixed with browns. Really good choice. That chocolate brown.
Yeah, that's pretty.
With the periwinkle or powder blue.
And or the color of the year.
The color of the year, the kind of magenta.
That's right.
The Pantone color.
It's the Pantone color of the year.
So think about that. And think about also creating some spring comfort, so that your guests, when they come over, they're going to have, let's say if it's a cool evening.
Little throw blanket.
A little throw blanket
That's
or two.
so
Because
great.
maybe you're going to have a glass of wine or two sitting outside, or maybe you're going to create maybe a full meal outside.
You know what was so sweet? We were on my kids' spring break last week. We were in San Francisco, and it gets really cool at night. And the hostess the person's home we were staying in, she had those blankets, right? So it got cool around 9 o'clock at night. What'd she do? She went in, she got about 5 blankets. The kids loved it. Everybody was cozy.
With their own
you
blanket?
stay outside longer. Isn't that nice?
We were in, one time we went to Mexico. It was actually Cabo, Mexico, and it was a restaurant called Edith's.
Uh-huh.
And they have a sombrero on every chair, and it's the same idea. And so you, as you're sitting there in the evening, and it's outdoors, and it's getting cold, and everyone looks around you, and they basically have their own personal blanket, or snuggie, if you will, and it looks really colorful, and everyone's cozy.
And a little hat, a little sombrero
You can have
hat.
a little sombrero hat and a little blanket.
Isn't that nice?
I love the idea of that.
Oh.
So anyway, how about some other spring accents to make that comfort cozy?
Yeah.
And in addition to having a basket full of blankets, maybe have a basket of extra warm, large enough to fit over the shoe slippers.
Oh, that's cool.
So everyone could be cozy.
Little personal Ugg boot.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And you can even come up with maybe some sudden low temperature swings by lighting up an outdoor fire pit.
Yeah,
You
those
have an
are
outdoor
really
fire
nice.
pit.
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Or you could get one of those patio heaters that now everyone's selling these patio heaters.
Boy, do those work.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Just make sure.
That's to the point where sometimes it's so hot you got to turn it off because it's almost unbearable, but it works really effectively.
Yeah. So make sure, though, one time I bought a patio heater that was the restaurant size that I was going to surprise my husband and wall mount it. But unfortunately, our overhang was too low, and it would have been a
sure.
fire hazard.
Yeah.
So just make sure whatever kind of heater that you have.
You
that
want to
there's
check with the Department of Building and Safety, make sure you can have it.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, proximity to the roof line.
But they even have like little small like tabletopper heaters. All different kinds.
Right. Yeah. So much to do when you're outside entertaining.
And in terms of like just now that the weather's changing, you want to maybe think of some more ways to bring in that vibrant spring color. Votive candles, of course, spring planters, and maybe even some outdoor curtains in sheer fabric. Do you like that? Because
sometimes those dividers and the outdoor fabric can cut the wind if it's a little cool at night.
and it makes you feel like you're in a room.
like you're a little caravan.
The idea is to create like those little spaces, a tent, if you will, or
That's it.
a destination.
Yeah, that's right.
And don't forget, like we said, the pillows and maybe even some music.
Oh, you got to have music.
You got to have some outdoor music.
Yeah, it works great. Yeah, now with the Bluetooth stuff, it's so easy.
Very easy.
All you have is your personal device, your iPhone or whatever, and then it plugs in via Bluetooth. You got a little speaker. Music anywhere.
And finally, don't forget the outdoor lighting. I mean, everyone is selling these patio lanterns very inexpensively, just very cute, decorative, that you can hang very easily. It's going to add some color, and it's going to make your place feel like you've got
Why go inside?
You've got a beautiful
I might even
party.
sleep out there.
You might.
Yeah.
So check it out. We'll put this on the website at yourhomewizards.com so that you too can look at some of these things and really enjoy your kind of kick into spring. Patio entertaining is here.
Let's do it.
At yourhomewizards.com. When we come back, we have some more fun things to talk about as always to just help you enjoy the spaces you call home. How about having a garage sale? It's time to downsize your stuff.
Yeah,
how
that's
to do
a great
it
idea.
Successfully, how to be the host with the most in the garage sale business. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.